Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video and continuing the world tour of the Determination to Prosper team. We are now going into Tempered Edge to clear the first 5 stages. These should not be too terribly difficult because these are terribly old, horribly old stages, and most of them will work in our favor, so that's a good thing. You know, Shuna's got not a lot of HP. This stage is dumb. All these stages are old. So I have no qualms about our team clearing it, regardless of how I feel about the actual Prosper team. We're just going to go with this. I'm not going to sub anyone out like we were doing for Conquest. We're just going to run Octogram Lumi because she'll support both Elmisia and Lumi herself. We are going into a stage that needs Earth characters that are magic, and thankfully we do have Earth characters that are magic, and we have additional damage against space enemies. So this should probably be one of the easiest fights in the whole rotation. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Alright, not a great starting hand. I guess we'll take Lumi out for Elmisia. And I think we'll just send these oranges. Let's actually bring Lumi in for Rieger. Alright, so all these orbs are going to do extra damage, which is nice. So I think we'll spread the damage out. So yeah, 6,000, 12,000 a hit for Elmisia. Looking fairly good right there. And then we can just convert this entire hand. Greens are nerfed, not a big deal. Lumi's binded in. Oh no, our orb changer's locked. What are we gonna do? Alright, let's do that. We're taking off chunks of HP already. So, and we only really have Rimuru and Rimuru and Elmisia orbs. So let's continue to spread. And this will be over very quickly. Holy crap. Very, very quickly. Well, like I said, these stages are very, very old. They're not going to put up that much of a fight. Now we're going to have guard, so we'll be protected from the medium amounts of damage that we're taking. And, of course, we always have the back pocket heal if we really, really need to use it. I don't foresee us having to use it until maybe the next Earth stage in the next part of the World Tour video, because honestly they don't do a lot. And that stage will do a lot of damage, so we might need the extra defense. The guard will help against the normals, but Leon likes to ult a lot, so the revive will help. Alright, well Benimaru's almost dead. Oh, we super guarded for 152. 151. Elmisia is still binded in, and we have a singular ult, which will be enough. Which will certainly be enough. So, orb change again. We'll do guard. The control will kick in at the end, so if they happen to live, then oh no. But I'm pretty sure Reamer's going to wipe out Soe, and then all the rest of the orbs will take out Benimaru. And we'll call that a day for this stage. Rimuru, 64. Oh, we did not kill. I'm actually kind of surprised. Now he's dead. Alright, well, while we didn't one-shot Soe like I wanted to, we still ended up accomplishing what I said, which is kill Soe and then kill Benimaru in the same turn. So there we go. First stage done, let's move on. Alright, next is Space Millum. We have, well, we're supposed to use a space team. We have no space units, and I mean, I guess we could put Space Rimuru or Frey back on the team, but I don't really think it's necessary. We're not type disadvantage, and this is a blue stacking stage, and I think we're going to be fine, because she really doesn't hit that hard. She does nerf our attack a little bit. She does have a lot of defense, so you're supposed to nuke on some very interesting turns, like turn 6 and turn 11, which doesn't make too much sense, but hey, whatever. We got a lot of Rimuru orbs, and he's our only single target damage dealer besides Rieger, who I would not consider a damage dealer in any way, shape, or form. He just happens to be single target. Okay. Well, I mean, she does okay damage. It's not incredible, though. Let's bring Elmisia in, and we will convert. So, while this fight, no, we're not going to benefit off the weakness strike at all from Maribel. Really, we're just trying to get an ult for Rimuru, and maybe some of the crit buffs going on. We're not going to go to, well, at least I hope we're not going to go to turn 8, so we won't see the extra 150 points from Rimuru. He did get attack nerf, though, but super guarding for less than 200 damage is nice to see. Yeah, okay, well, thanks, game. Really appreciate that. Let's just take you out then, since you can't do anything anyways. We'll buff up, because we'll get some points off this. And do we have enough to convert now? We do. Alright, so let's bring... Actually, it doesn't really matter anyways, does it? Convert anyways, because we don't have any Lumi Orbs either, because Reamer didn't have any to begin with. Okay. So we do have an extra 20% alt buff. If we get an AoE, which we're going to get an AoE alt, then she has another 15%. We have enough points to use something, probably Almesia's buff. I don't really think it's necessary, though. Alright, so the oranges are nerfed. Let's go ahead and alt swap away with Rieger first, and then we'll bring Rimuru in. So swap, we still have enough points for the Lumi convert, even though we've had to use it literally every single turn, and I think that is one of the major problems with this team, is that we're only really dependent on one person to do it. Yes, Rieger is here. He's only here because they made Beatdown Battle and Jubilee specifically for his orb change, and even then, Jubilee Boss Battle 2 is a special convert, which Rieger can't do. So, excellent. Excellent use of orb changing mechanics. Alright, so now I think we should be good to go. Maybe we wait to turn 6 where she loses all of her defense. So we just have to go one more turn, and we don't have to use any points here. We might actually get an Elmesia ult. Hold on. Depending on how many points we have. Okay, we do. So, boom. And, sorry, Elmesia EX ult is what I meant to say. So Lumi comes out. We will alt swap again. She's going to alt us. We're going to put the guard up, which, again, means absolutely fucking nothing. Yeah, okay, sure. Alright, so there's the Elmesia ult. We're so close. But we actually are out of points, so I can't even use, like, the HP buff for the Enamor skill to get the EX ult for Rimuru. Oh well. It is what it is. Okay. Rimuru, 8,000 damage. How much health does this Milim actually have? Like 200k total? Somewhere around there? Alright. Let's find out together. 252. Okay, well, we brought her down by 100-ish. Alright, so let's use the... Do we use the crit and resistance down, or we just do Elmesia's buff? I think we do Elmesia's buff, because I think it has more impact. Alright, so alt damage up and alt resistance down will guard. Again, not that it matters, so you know what, I'm not even going to use the second one. Elmesia first, then Rimuru, and 2 Elmesia orbs. She does 147, and then Rimuru will clean up 112. Alright, was it pretty? Eh. Was it effective? Not really, because none of them was type advantage. But we certainly got through it. And again, you can bring a space character of any type, and you know, they don't even need to be on the Prosper team if you really care about it, but whatever. Moving on. Alright, next is the Brides. Again, well, I guess we do have... No, actually we don't. They're dark. Never mind. We don't have anyone type advantage. It's an AoE stage, though, so... I guess that works in our favor. It is a green stage, and I'm fairly certain blues are nerfed, but I guess we're going to find out together now, aren't we? I do these every month, and I never remember, because it's just... Most of the teams just steamroll them anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So this time we don't really need Rimuru all that much, because we're going to try and AoE them both down. So we can get him out of here, and we'll just... We'll send these oranges, I guess? Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? We'll send the orange orbs. Alright, bunch of greens. Shinsha has the guard and defense. Xion has the attack. She doesn't really do that much damage to begin with, and she certainly won't do any once we start putting the guard up. So we can get Lumi... No, we don't have enough points for that. Okay. So... Rimuru back in. And orb change. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we do too much damage to Shinsha, she will start healing herself. So we can't pour excessive amounts of damage on her. But we can kind of even them out a little bit. A little tiny bit. Alright, so here's a turn where we're going to take Rimuru out of here. And we will Bring in Lumi. We'll do a stack the AoE buff. Boom. And then we'll get her out of here for Rieger, so we can still full convert with Lumi. I just wanted that AoE buff on them because it will definitely help out our damage. Alright, so again, the control status means nothing because we're not type advantage. You can bring a light character. I think the only one on the Prosper team is Gazel and Light Shuna. So, I mean, take your pick, I guess. Okay. So, does she heal? Okay, no, she gets extra defense and extra guard. Alright, 1 damage, 23 damage, 232. Alright, sure. Alright, so we have a Lumi alt. Let's swap it away. Let's convert again. We don't have enough points to do anything else, though. So I guess we just leave Rieger in? I guess we could bring Rimuru. I don't really think it matters all that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Almost an EX ult for Lumi, and I think she will do enough damage with the Elmesia buff. We're going on turn 5, though, and we have... I mean, they're still here. Alright, that's actually a good turn, because we don't have to use Lumi's convert. We can just use Rieger. Alright, more control, cool, whatever. Alt swap, orb change. We can do another AoE buff, though, with Lumi. So yeah, let's do that. And it's been reset. Actually, yeah, we can do an alt buff and an AoE buff. Perfect. This will help her do even more damage next turn when I think we nuke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we gotta put Maribel up. That way we actually get the points to use everything that I want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We should at very least kill Xion with this nuke. And she's not going to do that much damage to us. Shinsha 2200? No, terrible. 10,000 is a respectable amount. It's still not even half our HP bar, but it is what it is. So Elmesia buff. So we actually have 90% alt damage, right? Yeah, because the 1 stack of Lumi. We've got 2 stacks of the AoE buff, which I can't use. So let's send Elmesia first, and then Lumi, and then follow up. 73k, and we just kill Xion outright. And then Lumi, 111. You know, not as good as I was thinking what we would get off of her, but okay, let's move on. Alright, one of my least favorite stages, the Wind stage. And again, it's another blue-focused stage. I realize now that the blues were not nerfed throughout the entire Xion and Shinsha fight, so I mean, that's good to know. Blue's definitely the focus here, because you're meant to use the Diablo and Geld team, and they are blues. They have physical resistance down, though, which is kind of weird, considering the Wind 2.0 team was magic. So, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Alright. Wow, what a hand. Alright. We still don't have anyone that's type advantage, because we don't have any Wind characters. Not a huge deal. Let's take you out. Let's just send the oranges? Yeah, oranges. I like that idea. Okay, yeah, look at the greens. I think those are going to get nerfed this turn. Oh, or not. I lied. I don't know what I'm doing. I play this game a lot, right? Alright, Rieger comes out. I guess we're going to nuke with Elmesia then. And none of them have a healing skill, so I can safely spread the damage out a bit. I think Geld is much more tanky and has more, like, overall HP. I don't really think it's going to matter all that much, though. Alright, okay, well, the game said no, we want Lumi Orbs. Okay, we do have type disadvantage character, though. I'm just now realizing that Lumi is not ideal. Alright, well, let's get Reamer out of here. As I get done talking about how we have type disadvantage, and we're like, let's just leave her in. Let's leave her in, it's fine. We'll have guard, though. And we still have not needed to use the HP skill at all. Nor are we still getting anything from the goddamn weakness strike. What a What a team. What a team. Yes, I know, I didn't build the team correctly. I could have brought a win character. I'm aware of that. Alright, 10,000. It's not a terrible hand. 214, 282. So yeah, not that big of a jump. Oh, 54 damage. Thanks, Guild. You're doing God's work right there. Alright, no, not convert. Nope, not convert. You come out of here. Now we convert. I could have used the AoE skill. Oh well. Alright, more guard. Less damage taken. They're going to nuke us next turn, so we might actually have to use the HP skill, depending on how much damage they actually do to us. Alright, now we have the ults for both girls. One of them is not going to do a lot. One of them might do okay damage. Oh, we actually, interesting. Okay. So, let's do... yeah, let's do the heal skill. Let's also do the HP skill. Because, you know, why not? Let's use Maribel. And I think we just send these orbs, and I think we get max. We get close to max. Alright. I think we'll still be okay. Let's send this all on Diablo. And then next turn, it's not a... No, we have the an Amber effect. Never mind. We'll get her EX ult. I'm intentionally trying to get her EX ult because I want to see how much a type of disadvantage nuke of her will do. That's a pretty good hand, actually. 8,000 damage. 1,500 on the normals. 3,000-ish across the board. And, hey, it doesn't matter. Boom. There's the EX ult. We have one orange orb. Unfortunately, because we don't get any extra points, and we can't go below, we cannot use the buff and the orb change skill, unfortunately. So let's just see how much damage this does. And we'll put the guard up again. Just in case someone lives, which I have a strange sinking suspicion that they will. Almesia, 62k. Alright, that's not great. Lumi, oh, both of them survived. How unfortunate. Oh, boy. Alright, I mean, we're still invincible, essentially, so... And they will die. Oh, they'll die from... you, okay. Well, let's do this instead. Let's do the crit buff and debuff from Rimuru, who's at 95.5% crit resistance down. And that should be enough with Almesia, because, you know, she's type neutral. And 41k. Ugh. You make me sick. Alright, well, there's 13k. 13k in orb for Rimuru versus 41k on the ult. Tragic. Let's move on. Alright, the final stage is going to be the Water 2.0 stage versus Fire Shuna, which means that our primary nuker is now type disadvantage. And kind of unfortunate, and I didn't know, you know, what kind of time it would take, so we are going to voice this one over and run at a little bit faster speed. Not by too much, but, you know, Rimuru being type disadvantage is quite unfortunate. Turn 1, Shuna does nerf everyone's attack, so that's why Rimuru is in the back, and Lumi was in the back. They're going to be our primary dealers, because I don't need to nuke with Almesia and have two type disadvantage characters, so we're just going to run like this. This is a stacking, you know, stage, though, so you're meant to go 8 turns, because she loses her defense on turn 8. However, she does have quite a significant amount of crit resistance, and we'll see that once we're ready to nuke, but she has a passive 70%, which means that if Rimuru is at full HP, then he'll have that, you know, the 100, and so we'll negate most of that, and so our crits will actually mean something. But if you don't have the heal or something and he's lower than that, then you're still going to be at a huge disadvantage for your crit-focused team. And also, on turn 3, she reapplies the attack nerf. So we brought back in the 3 characters who were already nerfed the first time to get re-nerfed. Rimuru already has type disadvantage. I don't need him to be nerfed any more than he already is. So we're gonna go to turn 8. We're gonna use the full power of this team's buffs. The personal magic buff for Rimuru, the crit resistance down, the alt resistance down, and hopefully that helps Rimuru do enough damage to one-shot with an EX alt. If not, then, by the time we get to the end, we'll have 3 alts. It's just that, can Rimuru actually get it together and do some meaningful damage? Or are we going to be kind of locked in? Oh, we'll find out, I guess. But here, she no longer attack seals us, so we don't need to worry. I do have an alt now for Rimuru, which is nice, but we're not really having a lot of points to use the AoE buff from Lumi, nor do we really need to if we're focusing on a single target alt. So we're not getting any extra alt gauge on any of the orbs. So this hand right here is actually quite welcome, because it's 2 Rimuru oranges and some Lumi oranges, which is fine. We're also going to apply Elmesia's HP skill, more so for the Enamor effect, the extra 15% free alt gauge for 2 turns, because combine that with those oranges, and then the next turn's Enamor skill, and whatever orb we get for Rimuru, it should be enough to get his EX alt. So yeah, that kicks in. We only have 1 orb for him, which is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. We could bring Rieger in for Lumi here and just use his 2 skills. I decided not to do that because I wanted to give Lumi a little bit extra orbs and use hers. And in case we get, some good RNG, because, we're going to turn 8, which means turn 7 needs to be pretty nice for us to use everything that we want here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And Rimuru does almost as much damage as Lumi does, which is saying something, because Rimuru has that, I think it's 30% damage debuff for being type disadvantage. But here we got very lucky. So now we can just use the alt swap and the orange convert. We got very, very lucky. And we still have points left over, which means we can bring Elmesia in for Rieger, who doesn't have an orb. So we're not going to mess that up. And then we can use the HP skill with Lumi and make sure that Rimuru is going to be at full power buff, or debuff, next turn on turn 8, which is when we want to nuke. And we'll get the points back because we're also going to be up to 100, which means that, yes, we can full power nuke. We have the 100 SP, it's turn 8, so Rimuru's skill will now give us that extra 150 skill points, which, combine that with the 10 left over, we have enough to use Elmesia's skill and Rimuru's other skill. So now we take a look. She has 261,000 HP left over, of a total of 346. But she has 70% crit resistance. And Rimuru, again, at full power, is taking it down by 100. So we actually have a 30% crit resistance down, debuff, effectively. So, we don't get any weakness strike, right? But let's send it, and he does 398, almost 400k. So he would have had enough damage to fully one-shot that Shuna at full power. But we didn't need to go there, and obviously we can't do that on turn 1. We need some setup. So there we go. There is Tempered Edge Part 1 of the World Tour for the Prosper team. We'll come back tomorrow with Part 2, 4 more stages. We'll see how those go. But that's it from me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.